Go.
Streaming from South Africa to the world. This is the Stonks Go Moon podcast. What just happened? We break it down so you don't have to.
Welcome everyone to Stonks Go Moon podcast. Our guest today, Emma Liu, CEO and co-founder of Pentagon Games. Welcome to the pod.
Thank you. Excited to be here. Very nice meeting you.
Emma, thank you so much for joining me today. I want to find out from you before we get into Pentagon Games, where did your gaming journey start? I grew up playing first Atari, and then NES, and then SNES. So I'm sort of on the console generation, whereas I find most people growing up now is more PC based
And a council
or
and all.
mobile. Yeah.
And a council as well. Yeah, I shared a story a while back. So I started my journey with my brother, which is one of my co-founder. Interesting enough. Yeah. And we co-founded this company and a sub-partner. But me and my brother grew up as playing our first console together. My dad bought us our first Nintendo. Now I'm like giving away my age. You play Nintendo, Mario. Yeah, Nintendo. That's how we started our gaming journey. And then we play a lot of video games as a childhood together, achieve different level, always try to be competitive, like I'm better than him type of thing. Yeah, that's how our journey started. And then,
Did you fight a lot? Did you fight a lot? Because me and my brother also played, but I found we didn't fight as much when we were playing Nintendo. The fighting always started when we switched over to Sega, because I think the Sega Mega Drive game led more to that fierce competition, whereas Nintendo was always about like helping each other to attain a certain goal, like playing Contra, for instance. But then you go to Sega and you've got all this versus heads up player modes where you have to compete. And boy, I think that sort of we clashed a lot. Did you guys clash?
I'll share a story. So we recently filmed it for a TV show called Crypto Night. And then that came up is people don't believe it, but no, we never had a major fight or argument. Like I never beat up my brother the violent way. It's not like I know older sister, right? It's like, it was being too nice. You know what? Maybe it's because we never actually get to play Sega together. We always stick on the Nintendo console. Maybe that was why.
That was your saving grace. Yeah. Okay, so you and your brother play games together, and then you decide. When did you decide to form this company together? How did that come about?
We actually, after we graduated from university, we kind of separated in different, paths. You work on your own careers and stuff, right? And he's more on the tech focus. I'm more on the business side. So I guess crypto brought us together. So we started with cryptocurrency mining, right? Looking into that, and then later on we're looking at project investing. We go, it'll be interesting if we could do something our own. And then we go, let's do something. It just happened. Then that's how we actually, he actually moved back to Asia, and he was been working there for a few years. I stayed in Canada, which just wanted to introduce. I grew up in Canada. So that's where, we kind of separated our career paths. He does his own thing. I do my own thing. I don't even talk to him. Sometimes I don't even talk to him once a year. Wow. But then because of crypto, I know I've been like, there were times that I couldn't find him. I was like, where's my brother? He's still okay. But then, he's just busy with his life and career. But then I'm very fortunate that I get to start this journey with him back around 2016. We started cryptocurrency, stuff related. And then we found our first company, I would say our project together in the crypto NFT related in 2017. So it was quite a journey. So it's just one day we wake up and say, let's do this together. No, just joking. Is that we've been talking like we wanted to do something. And then we think that gaming might be something that can be, our passion, childhood passion.
I love it. I love the fact of hearing crypto bringing this unifier and bringing people together to see what can we do. It's not like, we're going to do this and this. We're sort of going to figure it out as we go along. That's interesting. That's so fascinating to me. Okay. You guys recently announced a project that you're doing with Tron. What can you tell me about that?
Okay, so end of last year, first of all, my project is called Pentagon Games, just in case I haven't shared. So basically, end of last year, we announced a collaboration with Tron Foundation, the Dell Foundation. Basically, we're creating this 3D interactive superhero-based digital world with them. What it is that it's a new way for users to interact with 3D experiences that's built with Unreal 5 engine, but you can access it on a web browser. So the unique point is that you actually can enjoy high quality, high fidelity graphic without downloading anything. So it's actually accessible on a web browser. And user can actually go into basically explore the place. It's a mini experience that we're building with Tron, just as a, proof of concept to show, hey, you can actually explore the world. You can learn about Tron. You can also learn about Pentagon Games. It's a superhero-based digital world where we're utilizing superhero to tell a story. And then you can interact and then, learn about both projects at the same time. And then, of course, because it's building on blockchain, there's some blockchain benefit to it. So it's quite exciting. This project was also showcased earlier last year of some of the blockchain conference. And then we actually won the Dubai champion, just add on to it. As when we present what we're building, yes, we won like a champion for the startup award in Dubai. So which was quite exciting.
Yeah. So when I log on to Pentagon Games, I see something called Hexagon City. What is that? What is Hexagon City?
That is the Pentagon. That's the experience. So Pentagon Games, we see it as the way. I'll share a little story about what Pentagon Games vision. So maybe they'll say. So we believe that life is about experiencing different things in your life, right? So basically, we want to use our superhero to basically share different digital experiences where the user can come in and explore. So because we've been building the Web3 space for a long time, so we kind of knows how to build some type of, we'll say, different experiences for user to interact, to gaming, to entertainment, to have a more immersive and fun way to engage in the blockchain. So we'll bring that forward, and that's where the Pentagon Games is basically we creating experiences that's fun and rewarding, could be game, could be interactive experiences, which Hexagon City is the platform that basically we collaborated with Tron to develop this experiences. We call it Hexagon City. We're actually going to thinking to rebrand a little bit. It's very interesting you ask. But we think just call it something else. But Pentagon Games was still called Pentagon Games.
What do you want to call it? What do you want to call it and why? Why isn't Hexagon City doing it for you?
We originally call it a city. It's almost like the same city. You build out your own city type of idea, right? But then we think this is more than a city. Any business can come in because we collaborated with some fashion designer earlier too, just to kind of build out their experiences. So it's more for just a city, for like a sim city. It could be for any company and brand to come in to build. So we're thinking rebranding may make a little bit more sense. That's why we're doing it.
Okay, you hear this here first. Look out for the rebrand coming soon.
Yeah, you're the first time I even talk about it. So you're the special.
I love it. Listen, you talked about your brother being more in the tech side. Has he rubbed off on you in that way? And you said you're more business focused, but have you felt yourself becoming more tech orientated as you sort of went along in this journey?
It's actually interesting you asked. Nobody ever asked me that question. It's actually you learned a lot. Yeah, you learned a lot throughout this journey, right? Like the first time, for example, my brother's the one say, let's do something related to NFT. Okay, that's 2017. Like, do you think people know what NFT is? So I was like, what is NFT? So you Google non-fungible token, you still have no idea what it is.
Yeah.
So it's like you do more research. And then when I did my first post about NFT on Instagram, there was like maybe 100 hashtags. 100. Can you imagine? Now it's like I don't even know how many. Right?
Yeah.
So that you actually learned a lot by just being involved in the industry, right?
Yeah.
And then now you have to know different chant. And then of course, being in the industry, you have to learn some basic. So I think it's more on the job learning. But then of course, when it goes to do deep dive, I still have to go to refer to our tech person to go, hey, ask him the question, don't ask me. But I really more thinking that I do learn a lot as I, really being involved because I have to make decisions. I have to do my own research, understanding what's the right path. And sometimes my brother will educate me. I was like, okay, now I understand. Yeah.
That's
very
awesome.
Interesting, but I'm quite exciting. Yeah.
And have you found yourself using AI at all in your daily life and in Pentagon games?
Why not? Of course.
But you have to, kind of. It's sort of.
No, I have to. I have to. One way or another. Yes.
It's just there. It's in your face the whole time. Okay, so talk to me about it.
Oh no, definitely. So we use it quite a bit. I use it personally. I even use personally to, sorry to say, to replace my favorite Google. I used to just Google everything to say, but now I kind of just pull out the AI and then just get my answer more quick and concise, right? Like, so that I have no waste of bullshit looking to a different website to find my answer. Now the answer's there. Right?
It's crazy how we've all had this, or people think that these major companies are always just going to be around forever. But then you look back in history and you look at these giant companies that simply aren't there anymore. And what people don't realize, it's not all at once. It's little bit, and then all at once they just whoosh, disappear. I used to use Google for everything. Now, like you, I use Perplexity, I use GPT, I use a lot of other stuff, and I sort of get that concise answer, because if I Google, it gives me 50 links, then I have to sort of look through and
exactly.
And it's this guy's blog post of like, where is this thing that I'm looking for? Okay, so but I interrupted you. You were saying like
no. I do not want to share.
Yeah.
I also used it to do prediction, data analysis, like anything. It's like perfect, right?
Yeah.
But then of course at the company level, we sometimes use it, of course, internally for different, to reference stuff, to also help us to do thinking, or we have some idea, it can help us to even expand some ideas that, beyond our current imagination, right?
Yes.
But then we also use AI, of course, in our product. So there's few use cases that we're building. One of them, of course, we have our own superhero brand. So of course, having our superhero, we call it like IP, intellectual property, and characters and stuff. Of course, you want to use AI avatar, right? As one of the things. Why not? Superhero, AI avatar. So we have the IP, the characters, and then you just make them as an avatar that help you to navigate your gaming world, for example, right? And then we also have this call that's going to come out soon, is assist user to create their own, use AI to create your digital space. So what I found recently, I went out, I shared this recently with another person, is I was with my girlfriends, a group of girlfriends, and then they don't use AI. And I was like, they don't use ChatGPT. I was like, seriously, girls, come on, you have to use it. Right? But then it made me realize, although I've been using it because I, for various reasons, but not everybody. Like my mom's not using it, my friends are not using it. I was like, seriously? So, but then I, start more and more introduce people. But then I think they are still part of the world. People not need to use it yet. But then I do think what we're doing and combining entertainment and gaming, and basically also allow people to bring their own creativity using AI, like such as, how I personally use Midjourney before, just to play around to see how to create like images, right?
Yes.
So then I think with what we're doing is that we want everybody to have their own digital space. And within that, people might, like myself, sorry, I actually not an artist, I'm not creative, I cannot create anything. But then with the help of AI, I can actually create something, with some ideas, I want, a sunny, whatever, sunny day, whatever, looking at some CV or whatever, I can give some nice prompt to create something. Then I can use that in my digital world as to say, hey, look, this is based on my AI prompt, nothing wrong with that, right? But then it's a personal space that I'm going to own, that I'm going to feel good about, so people know that this is the thing that Emma loves, and then this is going to be in her digital space. So that's part of the tool that we're going to roll out soon. So it's like people with their own digital space can use AI as a tool to help them versus trying to create it on their own, because not in this lifetime that I will be able to create my digital world, just that I'm not that equipped with, creativity. I just don't have the talent or even don't have the time to. So
but I think you have a vision. But you have a vision that you have a desire to become a reality. And I think that's where AI is helping people.
Exactly. So I think it's how to use AI to help general public or everybody that have that little creativity in there that they want to express their artistic side, but AI can actually help them to say, oh, this is what I wanted to create, right? And then, of course, we also have some mobile app that where you can scan your room that's AI trained so that you can kind of tell you this is the furniture, like this is the sofa, this is the fridge, so that you can also turn into your digital space. And then you use a different AI tool to decorate it with different colors and stuff, right? So there are different tools that we've been developing and that we're going to roll it out. So it's help end user to create their own 3D digital space. So basically the Tron one is kind of proof of concept of what business or project can kind of show and tell. But then we do believe the end user also want their own digital space where they can express what they love or what they feel passionate in their own digital space. And this is where I think utilizing AI is also a way to speed up the process for people that doesn't know how to create on their own, but basically have tools to assist them to create their own world.
Yeah,
so
you spoke about IP-able characters. Do you have any plans for that you can speak on? Because that to me is very interesting.
So few years ago, I actually did one of the project I found previously. Basically, we actually did a first ever Web3 fashion show. Okay, so we basically took the different we call it IP. So we took the superhero, right, and then we put it on physical runway fashion show with real model walking down the runway.
I remember that.
And then we also created VR and AR experiences. So it was actually showcased on Business Insider, Forbes, and stuff. Because
I didn't know that was you, but that was awesome. I know, I remember.
Yeah, we actually did that, and then people loved it. We did this called a phygital concept. So it's like the physical plus the digital, right? It's like all the same. You can try out, you can put in VR, AR, whatever. Why not, right? So then I think that's one way the IP can really, down the road. It's like there's a lot of things you can have the physical and digital copy, but at the same time, I think owning that digital piece, I think can have a lot of potential. So that's where the NFT comes in, that people might not utilize the potential of how to really utilizing NFT to say, not just put it as an NFT collectible, but you can also put it in different VR experiences, AR experiences, immersive 3D experiences that we created with Tron, or it could be just also, there's a lot of Web3 ways you can actually utilize it to basically get rewarded. So it's actually quite exciting. I think NFT had its hype, but I think it will become back once people really know how to utilize it. Because I also did a speech about it back then during one of the first NFT NYC conferences a few years ago. I did a whole speech about how to utilizing your NFT to do utilities and stuff, right? I think even up to this point, there's a lot of NFTs sold on the market, but sorry, I diverged the topic a little bit, that there's really not enough people or project out there to say, really, look at this. There's so much you can do with the NFT. It's just that, how do you actually use it? So I see NFT could be an IP, right? That's what I call each NFT collection could be its own intellectual property. Really, so how do you basically use it, utilizing it? Could be digital experiences, could be mix of physical and digital, right? Certainly, there's a lot of option and opportunity out there. And then by owning one piece of specific NFT early, then it's almost like you're holding one of the, I'll say, imagine like a Batman NFT back then if it exists, right? And then now you can carry it on. You can, send it to your friend or carry on to your next generation. But then it's not just a piece of physical collectible now because of the world changing of blockchain. It's also a digital collectible that, you will always be there. It will last you a lifetime. So it's quite exciting. It's just that I don't think the full potential has been fully explored or basically being really showcased to the world. And that's what Pentagon, again, overarching trying to do is basically taking brands and IP and say, look, you might start with an NFT or you might start it just with digital collectible if you don't want to do NFT, but there's ways you can really interact with different characters beside the physical. It's almost like Disney. You go Disney, you go Disney World, you go watch movie, right? In our world, there's the whole digital world. There's all interactive experiences. There's holding that NFT. And then, of course, there's also rewarding things you can interact. You can put it in gaming. It's a different ways of interacting with IPs. That's how I see it, like different characters. So it's fun. Yeah.
People want to do stuff. That's my big takeaway. That people want to interact. People want to have experiences. And I think, sorry, I think what you guys are doing is absolutely amazing. Thank you so much for joining me today. And allowing me to learn more about your journey and Pentagon Games. If the listeners want to go and connect with you and learn more about the company and go and visit Hexagon City as it's now titled, soon to be retitled, where can they do that? Where can they find you?
They can go pentagon.games. So with S, it's our official website. And then you can also search us on Twitter, Pentagon Games XP, meaning experience. So then they will actually just Pentagon Games XP as one word on our Twitter as well. We always update almost very frequently. So you can always
and we will put all those links in the comments. Thank you so much for joining me. And to our listeners, peace, love, and prosperity.
Every step has led me here, where the sea meets sky and the world feels tame. The unknown's a rhythm I can't ignore, a place where I can be so much more. I'm leaving the shore, ready to explore. I find myself in open water. Open water, endless skies, the world's unfolding before my eyes. I'm diving in, no fear, no doubt. The currents of life are pulling me out. In the open water, I'm free to roam. In the open water, I'll find my home. Tides of stories to tell, of journeys untold, dreams that fell. But the horizon's calling me to leave behind what I can't see. The waves are calling loud and clear. I'm shedding my past, there's nothing to fear. I'm chasing the horizon's glow, where the water's deep and I'll learn to grow. Open water, endless skies, the world's unfolding before my eyes. I'm diving in, no fear, no doubt. The currents of life are pulling me out. In the open water, I'm free to roam. In the open water, I'll find my home. There's no map for where I'm going, no anchor, no shore, no knowing. But the waves, they whisper it's alright. In the open water, I'll find my light. Open water, endless skies, the world's unfolding before my eyes. I'm diving in, no fear, no doubt. The currents of life are pouring me out. In the open water, I'm free to roam. In the open water, I'll find my home. In the open water, I'll float and breathe. In the open water, it's all I need. I'm finally free. I'm finally free. In the open water, I'll always be. There's no map for where I'm going, no anchor, no shore, no knowing. But the waves, they whisper it's alright. In the open water, I'll find my light.